Hello folks, it's just after 1 o'clock rather than watching the news, which is awfully depressing. I am doing live feeds from my studio Monday to Friday at 1 o'clock from my studio in Holmfirth. It's another beautiful sunny day. It doesn't kind of stop that cloud that's hanging over us here in the UK. It kind of feels a bit weird today. Our family were kind of self-isolating or sticking away from anybody else, but now as out of choice to help protect other people. But now obviously in the UK we're on lockdown for at least the next 3 weeks, and just because somebody else has told us to do it, it feels quite strange, a little bit surreal. But we are completely blessed and hugely fortunate and very privileged that we've got plenty of space, that we've got a garden to be in, and that we are all together. Mark dashed up to Newcastle late last night and got Ellis from university, so I'm looking a bit frazzled around the edges because we had quite a late night last night. Every day, as you know, I'm talking to you live from my studio and showing you different aspects of my work. And the last few days I've been talking through sketchbooks, and I've been taking requests of what people would like to see in the studio. I had hoped that my friend Carol Ann would be with me today. We've both been keeping our distance from everybody, and she has been self-isolating, but we were going to meet up so that we could film a new workshop for you all. That's not possible now, so we're having a bit of a rethink. And hi Maggie, thanks for joining in. We're having a bit of a rethink. I'm chatting with some other people about some other projects as well, which could be really interesting, and over the coming days I will tell you more as I know it. Today I wanted to show you a bit of my stitch work, demonstrate me sewing, and show you the progress on the large piece of work that I've been working on. If you're in the Explore Textiles group that I've set up, you'll know that I have suggested that we pull out bits of unfinished work and kind of make ourselves accountable, use that group to hold us to account, to help us get unfinished, hello Bev, to get those unfinished bits of work completed during the extra time that we have at home, in our studios, in front of our sewing machines, in front of the fire with some hand stitch, whatever it happens to be. So I have a large piece of work that I have now decided to call Silver Lining, and it got a little bit of silver in it. This time in the studio is kind of a silver lining for me. I am very lucky that I can spend this time here. I'm very lucky that I've got this studio. And hello Rachel, and hi Vicky, and it's my silver lining. It's very, very appropriate that my piece of work, the first large piece of work that I make during this time, is called Silver Lining. And I happen to have found some really nice, hi Anne, some really nice silver thread yesterday in my stash. I did hunt through and I haven't got some of the stuff that I would like, and it's too late to order anything, so I have to make do with what I've got. But this silver thread is sewing like a dream, and I will show you in a little while. First off though, let me just grab this book. Whoa, wobbly camera as well. Just shore that up. Hi Sue. Okay, we're a bit wonky there, but you'll get the gist. So this is another sketchbook that I found this morning in a bag that I'd forgotten about. This sketchbook, some of it's upside down, some of it's the right way around, But this was the sketchbook that I took to Australia with me last year in September, October, a little bit of November. And this is the book that I used when I was demoing, because I was teaching in Australia for Fibre Arts Australia, and then down in Tasmania, and also was at Timeless Textiles, where I had my solo show, but I taught workshop there as well. So this was the sketchbook that I had with me, and I used this when I was doing the demoing. Hello, Carol Ann. Carol Ann's watching, even though she's not on the video. Nice that you can be here. So when I did all my demos, I did them in here, and it was very much a drawing based workshop that I ran when I was out in Australia last time. So this image here came from a boarding school in Adelaide that I was teaching at, and it's kind of an arbour, almost like a rose arbour, heading down to one of the buildings. We were talking about perspective that particular day, and it's something that a lot of students really don't want to have to deal with, but for me it's super important. You've seen through my sketchbooks over the last few days that there's always a road going somewhere, there's a street going somewhere, so I need to understand perspective, and it helps my compositions. For me, it helps to take the viewer through into my work and into the composition. So perspective is incredibly important for me, and I'm sure I must have got taught it at school, but it feels fairly instinctive. For some people, I appreciate it's not, and it's a little bit like torture. But once you get it, once it clicks, and I had a student one time who said, "Oh my goodness, I can just see the world in a whole new way." We were drawing balconies in Italy, and she was just overwhelmed at being able to understand the world in a different way because she understood how to draw perspective. There you go, Wilma. Hello. So I'm going to use this image, this drawing, and I have got a piece of fabric prepped. I've prepped my machine, and I'm just going to go ahead and draw it out in stitch. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. I'm not sure when I'm going to stop, at what stage, but after I do, I'm going to show you the large piece of work that I've been working on, silver lining. Okay, so give me 2 secs to just twist the image round and get to my machine. There you go, there's my machine. I'm hoping nothing's going to wobble too much. I'll just tighten up this tripod so that it's pretty stable, doesn't go anywhere, and the image stays fairly steady. Right, so I'm here. I don't know what you can see because I can't see what you can see, but I'm going to put this image directly in front of me. I always work from an image. I don't kind of make it up. So I've got that ahead of me. Just do with something holding it in place. There we go. And okay, I have tested out the stitch on a little piece of fabric first to make sure it's okay, and I would rather be working in a square hoop, but hey ho, they were up at the house. So here we go. I don't think I can talk and sew at the same time, so I might stop talking and you can just watch. I hope you're still all there. I don't know how much you can see. I'm sure you're asking questions and I'll have a look at them when I'm done. So, can you see those two together? Let me just bob around and see what you can see. Sun's on the way, in the way. Yeah, so there you go. You can see that I have, the intention is I can see I've got loads and loads of questions. I'll have to get back to them later, but I'm going to just try and answer a few. Yeah, all machines can do this. It's the operator that needs to be instructed. So free machine embroidery, and I'm interpreting my drawing from the sketchbook. I have a bit of a bee in my bonnet about the terminology of sketch, and what I feel I'm doing is drawing. I'm doing something deliberately and not in a random sketchy fashion. It's unfortunate that the books that we put work in are called sketchbooks, but I'm doing a drawing here, and then I'm interpreting that drawing with stitch on the sewing machine, and I am drawing with stitch. Let me just take my phone out of this holder, and you can, oh sorry, probably makes it a bit wobbly for you. Come around here and you can see it a little bit closer, and the drawing, original drawing on paper, and then the stitched drawing. My machine, the one that I'm using here, is a Janome 1600 professional machine, so it does 1600 stitches a minute. It's got a really big needle in there. I've used I'm trying to anticipate the questions that you've asked me in this little flurry of stuff. I've used a black cotton, just a 50 weight black cotton, but it's a good quality one. It's a Wonderfil one, so it's relatively smooth as well. So there we go. You can see the two there. Usually I don't quite work in exactly in this way, but if I wanted to work out a composition and get an understanding of whether or not it was going to work for me on a larger scale, to get an understanding of whether I really liked it or not, kind of live with it a little bit, I might do something like this to help me understand it, and then I would work everything up to a much larger scale and work into it an awful lot more. So rather than working with black and white, just simple black line rather. Okay, and get a closer look there of what I've done, and that was pretty quick as well, so not something that I've laboured over, and you can compare the two. I didn't draw it out on the fabric first or anything like that. I've just kind of gone for it. Okay, bit wobbly, sorry. I'm going to put you back on, bear with me. Just putting you back on a stand and turn this around. And then I can show you this big piece of work. There we go. Twist that so you're not looking at the ceiling. Try and twist it so you're not looking at the ceiling. There we go. That's better. Back. I can see you again. So that's a smallish scale piece of work. The final piece of work, my sketchbook, is an A5 sketchbook, and so the resulting piece, bit bigger than A5, bit smaller than A4, and the fabric that I've worked on, someone's asking me, do you know, that's just a bit of mixed fabric that I had hanging around. I'm reluctant to use up too much of my favourite fabric just at the moment, because I might not be able to get any more, so I'm saving it for big pieces. So twist you down a little bit more and you can see where I'm at with the piece that I'm now calling Silver Lining. Can you see? Can you see the bit that I've done? I can't quite tell what you can see because my head's behind the piece of work now. But this lot here, all this shiny stuff, all this silver, I've filled in over the last day and a half. I forgot to show you any yesterday, but this area here is solid metallic silver, and I'm working my way down. You can see I've got a hoop that I'm working in, and my intention is to fill and fill and fill so that you don't see any fabric at all. I can see in this area here, I still need to do some more to make sure that it's really dense, and then the light will catch it and it will be a little bit of glimmering hope. So silver lining is on its way. Next instalment of that tomorrow, and we'll see where that takes us. That's it for today. I did say that I would have a little something for you today, but plans have changed a little bit and I need to take a take two on that, and have a bit of a rethink. I'm planning on trying to do some live workshops, and actually no, let's just go ahead and do what I was going to say. I need 3 volunteers to do a mock workshop or mentoring session with me to try out a new platform that I'm testing. I have done workshops on Skype this week and on Zoom, and there's niggles with them, but I've got another platform that I want to try, but it at the moment will only be suitable for 3 students at any one time. So I am looking for 3 people to get in touch with me and give me a good reason why you want to be part of a half-hour little workshop with me to test out some new technology and see how that platform works. And if it does work, then it's something that I can move forward with. So get in touch and tell me why you think that that would be useful to you. Obviously, you know, I've got other workshops online, but this would be a different kind of scenario because it would be kind of face-to-face live workshop, and I would set you specific work and I would get to see exactly what you are creating. I've had a few people ask about the structure of the workshops and why the developing sketchbook has gone down in price. It's gone down in price as my gift to you during these difficult times. I've changed the way that it is delivered, in that it's now self-directed and unlimited access. So it's available at a lower price to a lot more people, as is my my print workshop, both online, both self-directed, both unlimited access, and therefore they are a different price bracket than they were last year or earlier this year, to help people out. Also to ensure, you know, I'm in business, I need a little bit of help out too. I'm giving lots of people refunds on summer schools in Italy that we just can't do, so it's kind of keeping me afloat as well. But there are a couple of workshops that I haven't brought down in price, but I have extended. I brought them forward. So drawing for textiles and my embroidery workshop online, I haven't changed the price of those, but my gift to you in those is that I've brought them forward, so they start on the 6th of April, and I've extended them. They're much longer. You do get direct feedback from me. You will actually in the embroidery workshop get live feeds from me regularly as well, where you can see me working live in our Facebook classroom, our private Facebook group. So it's only for the students of those workshops. There will be extra than there normally is, and that's my gift to you during these difficult times. But I'm not bringing the price of those down. Some people were concerned that they had booked those workshops and then I was going to change the price. That's not the case. I need to assure you of that. Okay. So if you want to try out a new format of workshop with me, I need 3 volunteers. It won't cost you anything to be a volunteer, but you will be getting some extra little bit of knowledge and know-how from me in a small mentoring session with a bit of a demo as well, to see how that kind of pans out and works, so that going forward it could be something that I offer to you. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you for joining me today. I am going to continue with my silver lining and enjoy some sunshine and try and keep the peace at home, because now there are 4 of us all battling for that kitchen and all wanting something different to eat, and it's going to be chaos. But we will survive, and I will hide in my studio for as long as I possibly can today. Okay, see you tomorrow, same time, same place, 1 o'clock. Please share this video so as many people as possible get to join in and watch what I'm getting up to. So please, 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 please share and let people know about the Explore Textiles group. If you've just arrived now, thank you for watching, Maggie. If you've just arrived now, you will still be able to see all of this when I post it onto my Facebook page, okay? And please share it and spread the word. Thank you very much indeed, and maybe I will see you in one of my workshops, one of my online workshops. Okay, that's it for now. Mwah.